Ladies and gentlemen, the Giants have made another selection. Joshua Ezwedu from the University of North Carolina, a Georgia boy. He plays guard. And I will say, I'm not necessarily mad at this selection. Ezwedu is Ezzudu is a guy who has been somebody who thought that the projection for him was probably somewhere around the third or fourth round. And so can't be mad at them taking him with a third round pick. I think they probably could have gotten him with their second, third round pick. I don't think he was going to come off the board, but maybe they know something I don't. Obviously, they have more knowledge than I do as far as inside and what maybe some other teams were thinking. He's a guard, and that's good because they have not added any guards. All of the guards, centers, whatever they've done on the interior have been guys who are retreads from other teams. So nothing that really screams long term to me. But he's a guy. He's a guard. I think that he has quick feet. He's got the size to be able to displace defensive linemen. I think that he gets to the second level. Well, I think that he has good fundamental skills when it comes to his ability to pull, his ability to kick, base block. I think some of the things that we have to be aware of when you take a guy like this is he's not those guys that were taken in the first round. And there was a clear drop off from the top two guards in this draft to the rest of the guards in this draft. The same way that there was a clear drop off to me between the top three tackles taken in this draft to the rest of the tackles. And we saw some of those tackles go in the first round. I personally thought they were reaches for some of those guys, but I can understand the value in needing an offensive tackle. With guard, I definitely feel like this is one that could have waited, especially because you still have deep defensive players on the board that could have helped the Giants day one. This young man is not a starter right now. So right now, in my opinion, the Giants got two starters with their first and second first round picks. But then in the second round, they got a guy who's not a starter. And then in their third round, they got a guy who's not a starter. And I believe that when you're picking with these high picks, these top 100 picks, you should be getting starters. It's a philosophy that I believe in. I know it's a philosophy that a lot of people at Football Game Plan believe in. I've touted it for a long time. I just don't understand why they are taking these reaches. But I want to say that I do believe that Ezzudu can have some success. I think that he could grow into a starter, but I would be lying if I said that I thought that he was a guaranteed starter. I don't believe that he's a guaranteed starter. I think that he can get into a starter. Will is it Namar asked if the Giants are going to pick a tight end. At this point, I 100% believe because they traded back and they got all of those they got those extra picks that at some point they're going to take a tight end. However, they have not taken one yet. McBride went off the board. They could have had McBride if they wanted him. Cade Otton is still out there. I know that my man Emory Hunt, really high on him. I'm really high on Will Likely. Maybe that's somebody that they could target here with this next third round pick. But I also think that if these linebackers continue to drop, unless there's something medical that I don't know about with Mama, I think Mama's the play. If it's not Mama, then maybe it's McCollum, the cornerback from Sam Houston, or maybe it's a likely. I think those are the ways that they need to go at this point. I don't think there's or possibly I shouldn't say that. Possibly the safety from Florida A&M, and his name is eluding me right now. It'll come back to me probably at the most inopportune time. But the safety from Florida A&M, I believe that he could also be a guy that they target with this second, third round pick. It's going to get squirrely in the fourth round. So either maybe they're looking to package some of those and get another pick into the third round. I don't know. But as of right now, I think they need to think linebacker. They need to think defensive back. They need to think tight end with this second, third round pick. But they got a developmental guy in their guard. I don't think he's a guy who can come in and start right now. I could be wrong, but I could have pointed to some other guys that I believed had the ability to come in and start right now. And he would not be one of them, I would say. So make sure you keep it locked here. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're joining me. We really do appreciate it. Until that next pick, we'll see you soon.